Hello everyone. Before I start, trigger warning later in the video for talk of suicidal ideation. And second of all, the stuff in this video is just my opinion, shouldn't be taken seriously. I'm just obsessed with the song, I wanted to quickly make a video about it, so if you have any opinions, leave them in the comments, but don't take what I say as gospel, because I'm not a good source for this stuff. So I know I said I was going to do a video every 2 weeks, but that's changing just this one time, or technically 2 times, but let me get my plan out of the way first. So skip to this timestamp on the screen if you just want me to get onto the video. So I was originally doing one video every 2 weeks, but then I wanted to make a 4-part series on the Camp Here and There songs, and they'll be releasing starting in 2 weeks over the span of 4 weeks. So it sounds really confusing. It'll make sense later, I swear. But before that, I wanted to make this quick, shorter video just talking about the absolute banger of a song and video Chonny Jash's new upload was. So that's what this is. So the first since we got to a new song was a tweet Chonny made on the 8th saying nothing but a smile and an image of him in the woods, which then split the fandom into 3 groups. People who thought it might be the beginning of CCCC Volume 2 based on the outfits and being in the woods, hinting at Murders by Miracle musical. People who thought he was Slender Man, or Slender Jash as the term was coined. And lastly, people who thought it was an original song. To be fair, I don't think anyone in the first 2 actually took the theory seriously, but it was super funny watching people, including myself, grasp at straws and overanalyze things. Then 2 days later, there was another image posted with the caption, "At the foot of your bed, you have sleep paralysis." So at this point, everyone was like, oh my god, creepypasta Slender Jash. That's a generalization, but what the heck. Then another day later, we got a confirmed date, which was in 2 days. Finally, 24 hours and 23 hours and 57 minutes before the release date, we got 2 more tweets, one being a mistake, where a second really goofy image was accidentally included in the tweet. Luckily, one of my Twitter mutuals screenshotted it, so here it is. The explanation is that that's the POV of the can of Red Bull he's about to kick. The second tweet reads, "I didn't fuck up the tweet, you fucked up the tweet. New song in 23 hours and 57 minutes. And then in 23 hours and 57 minutes, we got a new song, The Forest for the Trees, as well as an accompanying music video. Firstly, I'd like to say that this is such an amazing song. Like, the melodies and the pacing is just everything to me, so much so that I've had it on in the background for hours. That's how much I just love this song. I'm going to try and keep the analysis on the shorter side, but I will be referencing elements within both the video and the song itself, so I would highly recommend you go and watch the video and listen to the song, because firstly, it's amazing, and secondly, it's gonna give you more context. Throughout the song, there are these sort of 3, I really don't want to say characters because then it sounds like CCCC, which it is certainly not, but sort of like 3 different points of view, or like, they're definitely 3 different looking like outfits. You know what I mean? It's difficult to explain. But they definitely represent different like vibes for the song. Whenever the red lighting is on Chonny with this outfit, I'll put an image on the screen, the song gets heavier and more intense. Whereas whenever Jacket Chonny, give me a break, I couldn't come up with good names, is on the screen, the song is on the softer and almost serene side. And finally, whenever Bowling Alley Floor Pants Chonny is on the screen, it feels almost panicked and sort of scattered in a way that gives the same sort of vibes as To Do Deadlines, especially with the lyrics. Also, they each have their own respective environments. Jacket Chonny being in the forest, Red Lighting Chonny being on the streets and footpaths near buildings and fences, and Bowling Alley Floor Pants Chonny being inside. The first 2 verses are sung by Jacket Chonny in a softer voice, a stark contrast to the heavy backing music that's sandwiched between the verses. The verses talk about things going on until an inevitable end, saying that even though things have barely started, everything is going to end eventually. Not only that, but as Chonny said in the Chonny Jash fan server, the song explores the themes of suicidal ideation, nihilism, and fear of the future, all showcased in these verses. The next verse, where Bowling Alley Floor Pants Chonny is on screen, further backs up this point. He paints dying as almost this thing that he's looking forward to in a way, while having these suicidal thoughts. His brain tells him that once he's dead, everything will finally feel peaceful and he can be at ease. Next is the heaviest and most intense part of the song, of course with red Chonny on the screen. This part of the song, as well as the video, is overwhelming in like the best way possible. I see it as basically just freaking out over the future and what it might hold. I think it might be trying to explore how people who try to treat life with enthusiasm are generally kicked down by how fucked up life can be sometimes, and how it's better to expect the worst and be nihilistic. I'm not saying that that's exactly what Chonny necessarily agrees with, but at the very least he's trying to explore those themes. In this verse, Chonny speaks again about how afraid of the future he is, stating that time is his enemy. He also acknowledges that he can't keep wasting his life waiting for death. He can see that he's burning the forest for the trees, which he said is a metaphor for the concept of suicide, being a play on losing the forest for the trees, focusing on specifics and losing the big picture. Maybe this is him saying that by focusing on the future he's losing/burning the happy moments he experiences in the present. Or it could mean that he just often lets any bad ideas take over his thoughts and push away the happier ones. Next is my favourite part of the song, mostly because I'm obsessed with any songs that have overlapping/intertwining parts. This part of the song honestly seems a little hopeless. He's looking towards the future and yet all he can see is the end. He ends this part by saying he wants to run. In my opinion, this could either mean he wants to try and run and hide from these thoughts and fear, or he wants to sort of run towards the end, towards death. The song then ends softly, speaking about how while the thoughts are still present and he's not sure how long he can keep them away, he knows that it isn't truly what he wants, and it's best that he just holds on. And with that, the song ends with a final scene of Chonny blowing out a struck match, showing that he won't let the forest burn. Another quick thing to add is that this song is also kind of the beginning of a new era of Chonny Jash, prompting a layout change. So there we go. There's my quick little analysis on the forest for the trees. I really just threw this all together, so forgive me if it isn't the most cohesive or thought out video I've made. Also, this was originally going to be made the week it came out, but then a bunch of stuff happened and I just got too busy, so my bad if the stuff in the script is outdated. One of the things I was too lazy to change in this that I did read after is that they kind of did get names being just green, red and blue, which was way better than jacket, red lighting and bowling alley floor pants. So sorry for that. In 2 weeks, I'll be releasing the first of 4 Camp Here and There videos, which will be the Venetian Blind Men, or Venetian Blind Men, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for making me this far in the video, and I'll see you next time.